Okay, see if we can get that to focus. Okay, good morning, and let's talk about the dilation project here. So, today what we're starting is a dilation project, and what we're going to do is we are going to choose a sea creature that you would like to dilate. So, your choices are a fish that will look like this, a turtle that looks like this, or a shark that looks like this. So hopefully you have one of those three with you, because I'm going to explain how to do it today. I'm going to use the fish as my example here to help you out. So what you're going to do with your character here is you're going to begin by labeling each of the points that is on the character that you've got. So there should be dots on them, and they're on the coordinate grid. This is the point 0, 0. Something that might help you to begin is to label your axes, okay? So this is your x-axis, and this is your y, going up and down. Ooh, and this is, I gotta zoom that out a little bit. Okay, and then what you might want to do is realize, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and I would label all the way this way, and I would label all the way going up and down as well, because you are going to be doing several different ordered pairs on here, and it will help you to be able to do that. Okay, I'm not going to label all of them. I recommend you to do that. So, to begin, whatever character you have, you want to start by labeling each of these dots with a letter. So I'm just going to do a couple of them around this fish, but you want to label them all on the character that you've got. Then the next thing you're going to do, according to the directions, is you're going to mark at least 3 more points on your creature and label them with additional letters. So there are several that are already marked, but like, for example, on the fish, there's nothing marked on the fin. Maybe you want to mark the gill, something else. So you need to put 3 more dots of your own where you think they should go. And you can do more if you want as well. And then what you're going to do with this guy is you're going to dilate him. So depending on which character you've chosen, I've listed your scale factors under number 4 here. So the fish is going to have a scale factor of 3, and so is the turtle. The shark, in order to fit on, he has to have a scale factor of 2. So what you're going to do for the work in here, I'm going to show you kind of below. So, and you got to change, if you've got this paper with you, we have to make a change here because I made a mistake. But the examples of work underneath here, it says you have a fish with 0.24. So if we look at our fish right on here, right? For me, I labeled point A. It is 2, 4 is going to be my first point. So if A is 2, 4, what would be A prime? So on a separate sheet of paper or on the back, what you want to do is list all your points and your work. And this is what you would do. So A is at 2, 4. We see that our scale factor for the fish is 3, okay? So we're going to multiply by our scale factor of 3 to get A prime, and we got to multiply both of them. So 2 times 3 is 6, 4 times 3 is 12, and that's going to be our new point. Now, once you've done all of those points, you're going to put them back on your grid here, which I'll show you in a second. But if you have the shark, notice you have a different scale factor if you have the shark. So the shark has a scale factor of 2 in order for it to be able to fit on the coordinate grid given. So let's say your shark has point J at 412. This time you would multiply by a different scale factor, multiply by 2. So J prime would be 8, 24. And you're going to start getting some big numbers no matter what creature you've chosen, because we're dilating by scale factors larger than 1. It's going to make our creatures bigger. If you have the turtle, now this is more accurate here. So notice that, like on the fish, for example, our first point, A, is a nice even 2, 4. But when we get to some of these other points, they're like right in the middle, okay? For example, B right here, that is not in, it's not 4 comma 6 because that's right here. You have to estimate. So it's right in the middle of 4. It might be 4.5 comma 6. You're going to get a lot of decimals and you're supposed to. So for example, for the work here, if you have the turtle, let's say, and let's say this point on your turtle is C 1.2 you estimated, comma 2.8. So you use your scale factor of 3 for the turtle. You want to multiply that by 3, and you might need a calculator for this sort of problem, or you can do it, by hand if you want. But if you have a calculator, you want to multiply each decimal by 3. So 1.2 times 3 gives you 3.6. So C prime is going to be 3.6, and then you want to do 2.8 times 3. So 2.8 times 3 gives you 8.4 for this coordinate. And then you have to estimate where to put that back on, okay? So for example, down here, if this were your grid, let's say, and you have it all labeled 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? What you want to do, I'm going to show you how this would happen on your grid. Now, 1.2, 2.8, so that would be where it would have started. So 1.2, 2.8, so let's say it started about right here, right 1.2 up 2.8. Then we're going to put C prime at 3.6, so we're going to go right 3. We're not going to go all the way to 4. 3.6 is just past half. And then we're going to estimate up 8.4, which in this case, my graph is not big enough. So let's go ahead and add some spaces. Go up 7, 8, not to 9, not even quite to halfway. So C prime would be here. Okay? And so what you're going to do is you're going to put those on. Once you have them all on your paper, so let's say you've done this, you will have A prime, B prime, C prime, and they're all going to be spread out on here. And then you're going to reconnect the dots to make a new fish or shark or turtle. And it should be dilated by that scale factor. So the fish should be 3 times bigger, the turtle 3 times bigger, and the shark 2 times bigger. Make sure you do all your labeling. And then last but not least, you want to color your project, okay? So you want to color both the small one, the pre-image, and your new one, the image, and even the background. So hopefully this is helpful in getting you started on your project. Good luck. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.